Hey you guys, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Unlimited. There's a lot of speculation going around right now that Daniel Bryan may be wanting to get back into the ring, and there's a specific reason the last 6 months of his life has gone the way it has. Now, originally Daniel Bryan was just going to sit at home and wait and wait and wait for the WWE to finally clear him and let him wrestle again. When he finally realized, WWE is not going to clear me, and Vince came to him and said, just retire, he said, fine, because that was his first step to getting out. Now, the second step was, coming in and becoming not only the general manager for SmackDown, but also doing the announcing for the Cruiserweight Classic. If Daniel Bryan just sat home and waited out his contract, he may not be able to get out when he thought he would. This is like what happened with Rey Mysterio before he ultimately got out of the WWE. Rey Mysterio was out for, I want to say, 6 months or so, and he came back thinking, all right, I have X amount of time left on my contract, and when it was coming towards the end, WWE was actually legally allowed to tack on an extra 6 months to his contract because their whole thing was, okay, he sat home for 6 months while we paid him. So now, yes, we'll still pay him, but he's also going to now work for us an extra 6 months. With Daniel Bryan, it's the thinking of, all right, I come back, I'm a general manager, I do the Cruiserweight Classic commentary, and I am working off the days I still have left on my schedule. I'm ticking down till I can actually leave. After this week's Talking Smack and the segment that Daniel Bryan had with The Miz, Anthony DeMoro of Forbes, he states that Daniel Bryan could possibly see more scrutiny from superstars in the form of his retirement. DeMoro writes, and I quote, as of now, WWE is planning to continue the angle of wrestlers calling out Bryan for his retirement and taunting Bryan for not being able to wrestle. WWE knows it's a hot button topic with fans and will continue to tease a Bryan return. While at this time, it still remains unclear that Bryan returns to the ring in the future. But WWE has not completely shut the door on a Daniel Bryan return to the ring. Now, yes, it was the WWE doctors that led him to retiring and that told him, we're never going to clear you. But if you remember, back in January, doctors from UCLA, the University of Phoenix, and others all told Bryan there's nothing wrong with him and there's no reason he shouldn't be wrestling. Now, I've told you guys this before, and I'm hearing it again, that there's interest in New Japan Pro Wrestling trying to sign Daniel Bryan once he's done with the WWE. And here's the thing. If he were to go to New Japan, he would be making a lot more than he is making as the general manager on SmackDown. Apparently, WWE was able to rework his contract, and since he's not an in-ring performer, they were able to work it so now they pay him less. Also, Daniel would be making a considerable amount more on merchandise, as he would be making pretty much all of his merchandise money instead of a small percentage from the WWE. But hey, maybe give it another year and maybe the doctors in WWE could finally clear him, and all of this scrutiny and taunting from people, from wrestlers to the SmackDown general manager, could lead to his return in the WWE. So it's not like Daniel Bryan will never wrestle again. There is that chance that we could never see Daniel Bryan wrestle inside a 20 by 20 square. But it's also not 100% that he will never wrestle again. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens once he finishes this contract with the WWE and whether he re-signs or doesn't re-sign, and if he doesn't re-sign, where he goes from there. So, could Daniel be back in the WWE just to bide his time, just to wait out his contract, just to work off his days until it's time for him to get out of there, go somewhere else, and once again become the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson? I mean, I know I would mark out and love to see Daniel Bryan back in the ring, as that is my one of, if not all time, favorite professional wrestler. And I know most of you guys listening here would also love to see Daniel Bryan in the ring once again. I mean, if he goes to Japan, I'll pay to have New Japan World just for Daniel Bryan. Remember, guys, comment below, like, and share this video. Like us on Facebook, and subscribe here on YouTube.